Hello, my name is DeKeither Stamps, and I'm a city councilman in Jackson, Mississippi. And this video is in reference to the lead in the homes of some citizens here in Jackson, Mississippi. First, I want to explain a little bit about the situation, how we got here, and what I know. The state did some testing in late June or July of last year, and the results of that testing was delivered to the city around late January. And since that time, we've been notifying citizens of the issue. We've also been trying to get a grip around how big the issue is. You've seen me putting forth a request for emergency declarations over the last few weeks, trying to get other levels of government involved and engaged in this issue, because I feel that we need to first understand the true scope of what's going on, and secondly, do something for the people who are affected right now. And so that's why I was proposing the emergency declaration. So what we found out was that of the homes that were tested in June, July of last year, 13 of those homes tested positive at the actionable level of lead in homes. 90% of the homes that were tested showed some trace of lead, but only 13 of them were at an actionable level. So what I feel like, there should be no lead in any house, right, at all, because lead is a bad substance that hurts people. If you have lead paint in your house that's chipping, the government makes you repaint your house, but there is no type of recourse if you have lead in the pipings of your homes, right? So what we're suggesting folks do now as an advisory tone is, first, let's get your home tested first and foremost, and we'll be working with several levels of government to assist you in that testing process. If you'd like to call the Mississippi Public Health Laboratory, the number is 601-576-7582. That's 601-576-7582. That's the number to the laboratory you can call and arrange testing. They'll let them know you're calling from the City of Jackson area system, and we're working to get a reduced price because of the scope of the problem that we have. Secondly, we must do something. Now, the emergency declaration that I was putting forth also, requests similar things that were offered in other places in the country. For example, the United States Department of Agriculture increased some benefits to give folks access to fresh fruits and vegetables. They increased some assistance to schools so that they can buy more fresh fruits and vegetables and do some menu upgrades for the school systems. The Housing and Urban Development was used as a vehicle to offer some assistance to some families and some homes. The president did a direct investment into the city of Flint. And FEMA also helped in some areas as well. So I'm just asking for that type of attention to be brought. Some people may say, oh, you only tested 58 houses, only 13 were at the actionable level. They may try to downplay the situation. Well, what I know is we don't know the true scope of this, and until we try to downplay anything, we must get every house in the city of Jackson tested and in the service area. So that's over 70,000 houses that must be tested, okay? So until we've tested all the houses and know what we're really dealing with, we are not in a position to downplay anything. That's the way I feel about it. I downplay things based on data. Yeah, we tested 58 houses and 90% of them tested positive for lead. Okay, so there's some who want to downplay things. Me personally, I'll let the data downplay anything. So just like when it comes to other emergencies, let's get tested. And if folks can't afford to get tested, let's get them some assistance, because I don't believe that anybody who may be in a vulnerable situation should be left to be harmed in any way, right? Beyond getting tested, I would like to also be pushing for, and that's where the direct investment from other levels of government comes in, is filtration systems from to be helped to be installed in people's houses, because we still have to give them access to fresh water. And there's several places to do that. These things are quite costly in some areas, and some people will be able to afford them, and some people will not, right? So that's the next step, is getting the situations fixed at the end user, but also doing things at the water treatment plant that we can do to lower the levels of lead. So the water treatment plant has been tested, and it's tested every day, and it doesn't. We have some of the safest drinking water in the whole country. We have some state-of-the-art facilities that do a great job of filtering water and making it drinkable and usable for folks, right? The distribution system has not been shown positive for lead exposure. The only thing that's been shown positive for lead exposure is inside some folks' houses, right? So inside of someone's house, we can make some adjustments as far as a filtration system or repiping, if it's to that degree and necessary. So those are the two things that the end user can do. There's some things that the city can do to be overly aggressive by increasing the pH level of our water, but that may help, but there's also some effects there. So we're looking at some adjustments that we can make, and the adjustments that we can make are long-term fixes, because we have a water operation that is millions of gallons. So if I started changing the chemistry of our water today, it's going to take 5 or 6 months for all those millions of gallons of water to flow through, and the system to be shown through more testing to the solutions to be shown at the end user level. So it's going to take, this is going to be a protracted conversation. It's going to be something that's ongoing, but let's test and act. I believe that the true sign of a leader is taking action, right, with what you do know, and then continue to assess to get more information for what you don't know, so you can make better decisions down the road. So that's why I'll keep pushing for more testing, but also more action. Also, lastly, I believe that we've been sending water to Flint, Michigan, and several other places, but I got the names and addresses of folks right here in Jackson who have the same issue. And we need to, charity starts at home and spreads abroad. So let's turn some of that attention inward and help ourselves. We got folks right around Jackson who have the same similar situation. We got folks going all the way to across the other side of the world digging wells, and I got folks here in Jackson, Mississippi who haven't had water for several years. So I believe this is an opportunity for us to start focusing on ourselves and putting Jackson first, and doing some things that will be that we have not done before. And I've been an elected official for about 2.5 years now. So do I feel that this is my fault? No, but I do feel this is my responsibility, and all of our responsibilities to help do what we can do to move our communities forward. So I'll keep you updated as I can as I get more information. But I do want to let you know, to get your home tested, you can call the Mississippi Department of Health Public Health Laboratory at 601-576-7582. That's 601-576-7582. Again, let's keep those who are affected in our prayers, but get tested and take action where we can. So thanks a lot, Jackson. I appreciate you, and I'll keep you updated with more things as I receive them. Have a great day.